Hello and welcome to Green Shoots, a show where we have a heart to heart chat with the founder of a startup to understand the genesis, the nurturing, and the growth of their startup. I'm Anisha Nayar Dhawan. On the show, we are joined by Mr. Praveen Dhabhai. He's CEO of Payworld. Payworld is a mobile financial services company based in India that provides financial services including money transfers, recharges, and bill payments. This company was founded way back in 2006 by Sugal and Damani Group. Warm welcome to the show, Praveen. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Anisha. Thank you very much.
So, Praveen, tell us about Payworld. It is one of the first movers in the fintech world. What does it do? And is it offering services like a bank? Could you talk about why you decided to go ahead with Payworld, and is it right to say that you were perhaps had the first mover advantage?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just explain you or take you through the journey of Payworld. We started in 2006. When we started, uh, we started with mobile top-ups. If you remember, long time back, the mobile top-ups used to be a scratch card. You scratch it, and
Yes.
and then you do the top-up of the mobile phones. So that time we started with electronic voucher distribution, and slowly, as the regulatory landscape in India opened it up, we kept adding the services into it. And in 2010, we applied for a digital wallet license because that is at the time when the PPI license, what is called, was IBI had asked for the application. So we got that. And during that time only, the segment by IRCTC started for railway ticket booking through agents, or they call it now retail service provider for RCTC ticketing. And in 2012, RBI allowed money remittance through BC agents. So we got into the money remittance business. In 2015-16, around 2016, sometime the AEPS started, where you can withdraw money from the retail point using Aadhaar. And then after about 2019, we started mutual funds investment, small tickets, and insurance, small ticket insurance, and loans. So basically, Payworld services, if you see, we have one segment which is transactional, that is bill payment through BPPS, or sending money, withdrawing money through AEPS or debit cards, and mobile and DTS recharges, etc. Second bit is investments, where we do insurance, mutual fund. We recently started DigiGold through MMTC. And the third is a loan or credit sort of thing. Presently, we do it through NBFC partners to our retailers only, but some pilots are going on so that we can give it to the end user. I would like to add here that our target segment is the people who might be having a smartphone. They will have a data, they will have WhatsApp, they will see YouTube, they can see OTT platforms, but it is a bit difficult for them to do a financial transaction. When I say financial transactions, means doing insurance, or doing on their own, doing a mutual fund investment, or sending money anywhere, because this segment of the people, they get their salary or wages in cash, so they need assistance to do all these financial transactions. And that's where we have a retail channel base of more than 500,000 now across India, all across all states. We are present in about 700 districts. So our retailers assist them to do the transactions, and that's our model.
All right. So, Praveen, I want to understand who's the target audience here. You said they have data, they have smartphones, but they don't know how to operate an app because the fintech world is very crowded. You have banking apps, you have payment apps, you have so many apps doing so many things. So, who's your audience? And can you talk about retailers? Who are these retailers? You said you have
See, I'll tell
500,000.
you that typically our presence or the retailers are present in tier 2 or tier 3 cities, or even further tier 4 and rural areas. If you talk about cities like Gurgaon, our retailers will be there in Sikandarpur, or that Lal Dora area sort of thing. And and uh, and those retailers in that area, they know how to use it, and we use various methods to train them to do the transactions. And we have a field force, we have a distribution network of more than 5,000 distributors. So we train them, we acquire them and train them how to do these financial transactions for their consumers or the customers using Payworld platform and Payworld app. Now, talking about the consumers or the end users, these are the people who walk in, or who are like, who are migrant laborers, who are people in the village, women folks, uh, elderly people who might be having, as I said, they might be having a smartphone and a taxi driver, auto drivers. But as I said, it's very difficult to do a financial transaction. So our focus is provide assistance to them to do the financial transactions and fulfill that financial inclusion dream of the government, that everyone wants that more and more people should get into the financial inclusion, or get into the financial benefits of whatever new things which are coming up digitally.
The way technology is changing the world of finance is phenomenal. So the government does have its financial inclusion plan, and then it came out with a Jan Dhan accounts as well.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand, for your company, how much revenues are you getting from the transaction business? Could you tell us what is the ballpark number or the number of transactions done per day on Payworld? And what about the other streams that you spoke about, investment, loans? Between all these different streams, how are you making money? Which is the biggest revenue stream, and what are the transactions per day you're doing?
Yeah, so we do close to 300,000 transactions a day for all services combined, and in terms of GTV or throughput, it is about 50 crores. So we will be doing about 10,000, 11,000 crores this financial year. GTV, the gross transaction value, and we for each transaction, either the service provider gives us some commission which we share with our retail partner or retailers, or some convenience fee is charged as per the, as allowed by the regulators. So that's also in each transaction. There's some transaction fees is the revenue is generated, which is again shared between all the stakeholders. So
Okay,
that's how we make money. Yeah.
but the transactions that you're speaking of is huge. I mean,
But the margins are
are
very, very
we
less in that.
No, but
The
are we
margins are
near
very,
the
very less.
top? Are we near the top of this? Because the way financial inclusion is going, and the way even computer literacy is growing, do you see this model continuing ahead? Is this the peak, or is there much more room for you to grow? Because the number of transactions you're talking on a daily
See,
basis are
there's a
mind-boggling.
much more, if you compare it with the small ticket transactions, you do it on QR codes or on UPI, the numbers are very less. But what we say is these are financial transactions, not payment transactions. Like, it's not a debit card, you make the payment or you make a QR code. What I'm talking is a financial transaction, be it insurance or mutual fund or sending money or withdrawing money through our retailers. So this is not a peak, because the potential is huge. If you see, might not be having an exact figure, but online transactions being done. When I say financial transaction, again, I would like to clarify that making a QR code or UPI payment is not a financial transactions in our discussions or in our understanding. Financial transaction is doing a transactions like booking a rail ticket or train ticket, or actually withdrawing the money, sort of thing. So that potential, if you see on their own, the people who can do transactions uh, is, I think, about 10 to 15% or 12% in India who are doing something like, if you see e-commerce also, a lot of people, they do shopping on Flipkart and Amazon, but when they make the payment, they do COD, or they call the
Yes,
person
cash
and
on
make the
delivery. Yeah.
payment there, cash on delivery, or payment on delivery, sort of thing, because they're not very used to doing the financial transactions online, sort of thing. So having said that, what I'm trying to say is that there is a huge scope. There's a lot of people are there who needs assistance, who needs financial inclusion, like small ticket insurance. If you see, uh, giving insurance of 500 rupees to a person in the present situation, no insurance company or an insurance agent will target those people. But since we are doing these transactions, or the retail, in the neighborhood catchment area of the retailer, those people are visiting him, so he can explain to him, and using the technology, he can do on the fly. We can issue the insurance policy. Similarly, mutual fund investments. Similarly, Digi Gold. So all these and withdrawing money, because withdrawing money in the hinterland, a lot of people have to walk almost 10 kilometers to a ATM where the light is not there or the cash is not there, or go to a branch bank branch. Whereas now they can go to a BC agent or a payable retailer and withdraw money using Aadhaar. So
Okay.
so that
So,
potential is still quite a lot to be done.
right. So, Praveen, going ahead, where is the growth coming from? Is it going to be getting more retailers on board so that each and every corner is covered? Is it going to be offering a wider suite of services? What are you targeting for growth ahead?
See, yes. So for the growth ahead, of course, one is that increasing the retail base, distributor base, going further. So presently, we have about now almost 600,000 retailers. We want to make it about a million as early as possible. And second is another keeping the this assisted formula only. We with RBI allowing a lot of products for PPIs, like we are coming out with our FASTag, which will target, as I explained. FASTag is now mandatory, which is people, but lot many taxi drivers, the small fleet owners, etc., they don't know how to download a bank app and buy a FASTag. Whereas this FASTag will be available to the retailer near a taxi stand or something, so they can top it up with the cash and buy the FASTag also. So one is FASTag. We are coming out with our prepaid card, because RBI has now allowed PPIs to withdraw cash from cash at POS, etc., from the PPIs or digital wallets. So for that segment of the people who would like to take a card and swipe it, we are targeting that also. So another is with RuPay. So that is another area we want to get into. And one more thing is, see, acceptance. If you want to increase the digital acceptance, you have to have the acceptance infrastructure also. So presently, digitally, the payment can be received either on a POS through cards, or which is a huge investment, or on QR codes, where but the person has to have a smartphone to pay. So we are getting into a soft POS sort of thing, where the retailers or the merchants mobile phone will become a POS as per the regulation. And you can through a debit card you can make the payment. There is no need for a POS device, which you see it on the retailers counters or merchant counters. So these are the things which we want to get into, and of course increase our retailer base and increase the transactions.
So you're saying that on at the POS point, you take a debit card and you swipe it in the regular card machine.
Yeah,
I
instead
mean,
of regular card machine, we will
huh.
make the mobile phone. That's called soft POS. So the
Okay.
mobile phone will become a POS.
So you can scan it on the mobile phone.
Yeah, you can tap and pay. RBI allows it up to 5,000 rupees. So you can pay it on
Okay.
a mobile phone up to 5,000 rupees. Otherwise, you can enter the pin on the glass.
Okay. So you said that the number of transactions you are doing was huge as of now. So 5 years from now, what kind of scale are you looking at? And I mean, what does this mean for the kind of revenues you'd be generating? How much are you doing now? What kind of growth are you penciling in?
See, that's what I said. GTV, we do about 50. We want to do it in 2 years, 100 crores a day sort of thing. So that is about 40,000 crores in a year. That is what we are targeting. And we are confident that we'll achieve that figure, because there's a lot of scope is there. A lot of untouched areas in India is there, which where the people need this thing. So we have focused more on northeast now. We have focused more on states like Odisha, where very less penetration of these retailers and this thing is there. Similarly, UP and Bihar and all these highly populated areas are anyway our focused states.
Okay, so if you're going to do a GTV of 100 crores, so what does that mean for your revenues?
So, as I said, revenues, I will not be able to calculate and tell you what exactly will be the revenue, but we are the only company who has been uh, who's making some money from these transactions. We have not burned money, actually. I think that's put it that way.
Okay, so that's a great metric. You're not burning money; you're making money. But I'm
Yes.
just trying to understand that why is it that we've heard of UPI, we've heard of RuPay, we've heard of so many other payment gateways or payment apps, but Payworld isn't one that has got so much attention from the mainstream media or from even that recall base.
So I'll
So
I'll 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 tell you, because see, our target segment is not there. We are not there to acquire consumers through media or social media, etc. Our acquisition is of for retailers, and for acquiring retailers, you need to understand their issues. You need to interact with them, build relation. Then only a retailer starts doing business with you, because he is earning money out of it. So we have not felt any like it's not where you are, all the new fintechs or the companies who are directly going to the consumer. They have to do a lot of advertisement to acquire those consumers. Our consumers are being acquired by our retailers, and he is having that relationship with that consumer. So we are using that retailers uh,
existing
bond with
network.
the and his network. And so our main aim is to acquire those retailers, which we do it with our distributor and our people on the field. And that's how we, with the reference, we acquire those retailers, and then they acquire the consumers in return, because everyone knows in his shop, like, you will be having a kirana person whom you are buying, and he says that, okay, I'll do your financial transaction. So we acquire that kirana person, not the end consumer. That's why
Okay.
it is not very popular in the media, because that need was not there for us.
Okay. It was great chatting with you, Praveen, and understanding how Payworld is working. It's been in business for a long time and really literally changing lives of many people.
That's how
We
we
wish you
say,
all the
making
very
life
best.
simple.
Yes,
Yeah,
wish you all the very
thank you,
best. We hope you get many
thank you,
more
Anish.
retailers to work with you
Yes,
and you solve the financial transaction issues of the unbanked of our country. This is a great service that you're doing. Thank you so much
sure.
for joining
Thank
us.
you, thank you very much, Anisha. Thank you. A pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
So that wraps up this episode of Green Shoots. We'll come back with another episode with another chat. Do join us again.